Hello, everybody. So welcome back to Sit Down Wednesday. So the piece we have today is not like the symphonies or the orchestra or band pieces we've been doing. It's actually a choir piece. So it's called She Walks in Beauty. It is a TTBB piece. It's tenor, tenor, bass, bass. It's like a bass. It has two parts for each. And it has like a piano and an oboe accompaniment, which is pretty cool. This is one of our all-state like audition pieces that we had for All-State Florida Choir, which was I loved learning it and like going to the audition. And for All-State Choir you have two stages. So you have like a test, then you go in and sing like scales, and then you go to the next audition and actually prepare music for it. So that's a process. I don't know how other states do it, but yes, today is She Walks in Beauty. We have Jaelyn, Owen, and Mitchell and I judging this. So I'm interested to see what you guys are ready to hear from. So Mitchell, what do you want to hear from this little choir of guys?
That's a good question. Let's go with, since it's both tenor and bass, really confident lower parts.
Yeah, there's not four voices, so we should be able to hear the basses pretty well. Jaelyn, what about you?
One would hope.
Yeah, one would hope. Jaelyn?
Whenever I listen to guys sing, I always like the blend of their voices together, and it sounds so smooth and pretty, so I did.
Owen?
Yeah, I mean, whenever I watch show choir, I always get disappointed because there's not very good balance between the upper, the middle, and the lower, like ranges of the voice. But hopefully there being only like the really rich, lower two voices, it'll be a lot easier to hear balance between the two instead of trying to balance soprano to tenor and bass, because it's a lot more work.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited just to hear, because I've listened to this audio recording like when I learned it, but I never sort of just sat there and enjoyed it. So there's a really nice oboe introduction and just through the whole entire like piece. It's just a very nice oboe part just going through, and then you have the piano in the background, and then at the end it's sort of like you can sort of consider it a hit of like the guys just getting really powerful. But I'm excited to see what you guys say about it. So we're going to jump onto the tapes. It's going to go me, Jaelyn, Mitchell, then Owen, and then we'll see what everyone says afterward. Hello, everybody. So here's my tape for She Walks in Beauty. Such a nice oboe sound. I always love this intro. So nice. Such a beautiful introduction. Some people like think of guy vocalists as like, you know, they're usually loud, but then like when you listen to this piece, you sort of get a whole new respect for guy vocalists, because you can see how beautiful they can sing at a quiet volume. And also, like, for guy vocalists, it's very hard to be confident, and not being confident makes it struggle to be loud and soft. But these vocalists obviously have unlocked that. And as a guy vocalist, it took me a while to do that. You just gotta own up and say, yeah, I sing, I'll sing for you, and you just gotta embrace it. Because when I got my solo, I was like, oh Lord, I have to sing in front of everybody, so we gotta embrace it. And getting a solo has really helped with me, my confidence of singing, and also just like public speaking in general, and also just being in front of people. It's helped me a lot. I love the different parts, how it's like call and response. Back to the oboe. Nice tenor part up there. Just a nice little crescendo, the decrescendo. there. Nice little dissonance. Always get chills when I listen to this song. Nice crescendos. Tenor part up there. Just a dramatic drop of the dynamics. And I love this final little calm response area that we're going to be going into soon. Such great diction with the words. So nice. The guys are just laying that pitch down very quietly. Beautiful release of the elbow. Nice. Just a great little ballad song, especially for vocalists, and just great piece to show off what men can really do. So I've always loved listening to that piece, so I can't wait to see what the other hosts have to say about it.
Hi, it's Jaelyn judging She Walks in Beauty, the all-men choir performance. So let's go. Starts off with a really pretty duet with piano and oboe. I'm about to send this to my friend Haley because she plays both piano and oboe. They're really good at holding their pianos because honestly my volume is up all the way and it's hard to hear them. But I'm sure they'll grow their dynamics soon. I really love how the oboe and piano connect with the men's voices, especially because a lot of different choir performances, such as show choir, the background or pit, can be kind of iffy, but this is really beautiful and works in with their voices very well. It's really pretty. Wow. The harmonies. This is gonna be just me drawing music to movies yet again, but it sounds so much like the pretty Disney music you hear going on in the background. I love it. wherever they are is bringing a beautiful echo to their voices, for sure. I know the choir at our school performed in a cathedral, and their voices sounded just like this beautiful echo. Wow, their control is amazing to sing. The ripple of their voices going on over each other. It's so pretty. Just finishing off like they started with this beautiful oboe and piano duet. So pretty. Oh my gosh, that could just put you to sleep. You can tell that they're real musicians. They understand how beautiful they're singing, along with the piano, oboe. It just works so well, flows. It's amazing.
Hello, everyone. So today we are going to be listening to She Walks in Beauty. So this is going to be an interesting one, as I've never really listened to an all-male all-male show choir or a choir piece. So let's just get right into it. And there's the oboe starting. Really nice oboe playing. Oboe's kind of a hit or miss instrument. I mean, I can definitely hear both the tenor and the bass, and I know that it's really cool because I personally think it's cool that there's only low parts. Not 4 voices, there's just 2 voices. There's the tenor 1 and tenor 2, and then the bass 1 and bass 2, which I'm going to count as 2 voices. And they're not overpowering the oboe. Like, the oboe is kind of just there when it comes in, as well as the piano. Just kind of sitting there on top of everything. So I think they're doing a really good job of blending and balancing it out. Not really having a middle voice. I mean, again, the oboe coming in is just really well done. I like how both the tenor part and the bass part just blend with each other. I think it's a really cool idea just to have the low tenor and bass.
I like their phrasing. They kind of just move from each. I like how fluid it is. Just in general. I really think the piano is doing a really good job too, just kind of playing when it needs to. I like how this is orchestrated, like for both the oboe and the piano. Again, it just comes in when it needs to, like when you need that wind accompaniment to the singers. I really think that they did a really good job on that. I like how they kind of just start each phrase or piano with the oboe. Or they start and end each phrase with like the piano and the oboe. Alright, well, that was it. So let's take it back to hear what the other hosts have to say.
My name is Owen Kensky, and I will be judging She Walks in Beauty. Yeah, really nice rich phrasing there with that oboe soloist with the piano accompaniment. That's really good. Yeah, good entrance and solid phrasing and dynamic swell in the voices as well. It seems like the instruments are mic'd and the voices are not, but that's less of a balance issue with the ensemble, more of a technical issue. Interesting tension there with that chord coming in with the voices. Yeah, those sustains being held after a moving line with another moving line coming in underneath that. That's very good layering there, and the decay is done very well there too. Yeah, good dynamic contrast there. Really solid on that swell. Yeah, a little tear in the togetherness in that row there, but it all ended together in this very out of time feeling, giving this this pull and push is very nice. With that niente there, decaying off. Re-enter that oboe. Yeah, just amazing performance and composition here, with the vocals pairing with that oboe and piano. Ooh, little shaky entrance there. Yeah, the very nice, very tasteful slight vibrato at the end of the oboe sustains. It gives a very nice, longing feeling, very nice texture to the overall piece. Yeah, amazing performance. Really solid, dynamic contrast. And just control of everything was just phenomenal throughout. A little unsteady entrance there on the oboe, but phenomenal piece, phenomenal composition, phenomenal execution of it too.
Hello everybody, so welcome back to the tape. So I'm actually going to go last. So Owen, what was your view on that piece?
I really love the slow concert band stuff. Like Sanctuary Earth Song by Kelly. Cool, I love that. So good. It's just it's phenomenal. I played Earth Song with my ensemble as percussion. I was vibraphone and Glock, I think. And then another favorite piece like that was Nimrod, and I was on timpani for that, and that was probably the favorite, my favorite concert band piece I've ever played, and I loved it so much. And I can just imagine being a wind player now, the feeling that you can get when you play something that rich and sweet, it just, and being able to pull it off well and have it sound so good. I envy that player, because that was just, that was so solid.
How do you feel about the voice parts?
Oh, I love the voices. I'm used to not getting the right balance, but that's usually because the alto and soprano can't really mix well with the tenor and the bass. Sometimes the alto and tenor works well, but the soprano and the bass have a very hard time connecting and locking in. But because there's no soprano and alto, it was just those tenor and bass voicings, it came off very well, and I really enjoyed it. I felt like it added... No, I didn't feel like it added. I know that it added a whole new dimension to the piece that otherwise just wouldn't have been there, and it added so much more feeling to it. So, yeah, I absolutely loved having the voices in it.
Jaelyn, what about you?
I thought it was really beautiful. There were so many different parts. All the harmonies were so pretty, and then I think the piano and oboe really just laid on top and added a lot to it, actually. I loved it. I thought it was so good.
You never knew men could sound so beautiful while they sing, huh?
No, never.
Mitchell.
Except for you, Gavin.
Thanks. Mitchell?
I thought it was cool. I like I'm going to point out the idea that every statement really ended or begun with the oboe and the piano.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was kind of cool. And I mean, I like how the entire thing just flowed.
It has a great flow to it, especially when you get it. It's starts very soft, then progressively while each section happens, it gets louder.
Yeah, the
and then
contrast and dynamics.
Mm-hmm, the call and response sections that were just done beautifully by that set of that ensemble of guys. So my view on it is just the overall tone of those vocalists just give me chills every time I listen to it. Yeah, just like Mitchell said, just guys being dudes and singing. When you are when you are a man, like a man vocalist, it's hard to unlock your singing because it's like, oh, people don't think men can really sing beautifully, and that's like sort of like a stereotype people have. But when you're a male vocalist, you got to just sort of say, whatever, I sing, so like, and just embrace it. So like when it was rough for me at first because I was like very quiet and timid. But then I realized, oh wait, I'm tenor section leader. I need to sing loud, and I have a solo. I need to portray. I need to get that full sound that Cheeseman wants. So I was just like, you know what? People are gonna have to listen to me singing a solo anyway. So I just was like, I'm done. I'm a vocalist. I can handle it. So just that's a thing that I tell a lot of the people in my choir. Like, hey, just unlock it, and you'll be amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like that goes the same for like most instruments that you can't produce good sound on easily, like French horn,
Yes.
oboe, or like the two like main examples you see a lot.
It hurts.
It's very easy to have an oboe and French horn that sound bad.
Yeah,
But when you pull it off and you get it right and you get a really good example of it, everyone's just like, "Oh my god!" Like
Yeah.
when I was gonna make the first comment on the judges tape about the entrance, I was gonna say, "Oh, I'm not sure what instrument that is," but I was like, "Wait, hold on, that's an oboe," because I'm just not used to hearing an oboe sound that good.
Mm-hmm. It sounded like
Right.
a very nice clarinet at first, but then like you hear like the little vibrato that like the oboe has, and it's like tone that you're just like, yes, like a beautiful oboe sound, because like you said, French horn and oboe, it's all about those pitches and like the octaves and the intervals and the partials all in all those instruments, but you have to also have those pitches in your mind. You have to be able to hear pitches very well. Like as a vocalist, like you could go from an A flat up to like a ninth above that, and you're gonna have to nail it when you're singing. So that's some things I know that this group did very well, because it does go like D flat up to an A flat, and that's the first octave or not octave, first interval for the guys that they sing, and it's usually unison, but then it started adding around some beautiful like call and response parts and stuff like that. So yeah, that's She Walks in Beauty. It's beautiful male singing piece, TTBB, and I don't know what we're doing next. Oh yeah, I do. Mitchell, say the piece we're doing next week. You should know this. It's an R. The composer starts with an R. I'm not going to butcher his name.
Oh, Rachmaninoff.
Yeah.
Yes, Rachmaninoff. I love Rachmaninoff. Oh my god.
So yeah, that's what we're doing next week. We'll
Took
probably
me a hot second.
we'll probably discuss who's doing what next week, and also like what segments we'll listen to privately. But yeah, look forward to that next week, and join us tomorrow for Show Choir Thursday. It's going to be Sauk City East. I think that's what we're doing tomorrow. I'm pretty sure, but either way, it's going to be a great podcast, and join us tomorrow.